Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. That was very strange. That was very strange. I'm back now. We'll continue to be back. I'm just gonna pretend like I wasn't talking to myself for who knows how long I was talking to myself for. That was weird. We're back. I actually reconnected. My OBS reconnected, but YouTube had already killed the stream. So, I don't know what happened there. YouTube is doing some weird shit lately. And it's YouTube. It's not me. It is not my internet. It's not my OBS. It's YouTube. Today, at the very least. A week ago, it was my internet. Today, YouTube. Tried to say that last time, but YouTube yelled at me and told me I'm banned from chatting. Oof. Also, as you can see on the screen, because I haven't switched my chats yet, my StreamElements bot has been just decided, I guess, it wanted to work for the first time in 6 months on this dead stream that doesn't matter anymore. So that's cool. Hold on, I gotta fix. We're back. All that matters is that we're back. And we're gonna switch to this chat box, I guess, because I can't. Now my YouTube chat is messed up. So we're gonna look at it like this. The chat's gonna look weird today. It's gonna look like we're multi-streaming, but we're not multi-streaming. I forgot what I was doing. I was registering my persona. StreamElements bot killed the stream so it could have you all to itself. Yeah, well, maybe I should have thought of that the last time that I saw it. I don't even remember the last time it worked. Okay. Now that we're doing this, I'm looking at this calculator to see what I need. I can make it with a few different options. I'm just trying to see if there's any options that I already have. If we call up Giramakala and Gur, we can make it. Or Yamato no Orochi. So we just need to dismiss some people. Oh my god, I can't dismiss from here. I gotta go out of the fucking velvet room. Okay. Okie dokie. We are so back. We are so back. Well, I guess I'll go out here and we'll dismiss some personae. We don't need you. Frankly, we don't need you. Look at that. Now we got 2 open spots. We're ready to go back into this place. Welcome to the Velvet Room. Thanks. I was just here. You wouldn't let me destroy my personae. What am I doing? I gotta call some people back. Make the most horrific eldritch monster known to man? It is true that you can sort of kind of do that sometimes with personae. But also sometimes you just get man. Sometimes, which... Alright, now we can fuse Chernobog. I don't know what Chernobog looks like in this game. Did I leave? I hate it here. I'm losing my mind. Alright, let's triple spread. One Giramakala, and you. Chernobog looks pretty cool in this game. Mamadoon, Blade of Fury, Null Slash, Bash, Mudo, Power Slash. Ooh. This menu navigation is killing you? It really is. I am losing my mind. Demon Killer, that should be the tagline for Persona. That should be the entire... I should put that on the back of the box. Oh my god, he's got a mushroom head. Is this fucking... Dora Hedoro? Is this N? Is this N? Of the Dora Hedoro? I don't know if a lot of people would get that. Deathbound. What does that do? He also knows wind? Ooh. Alright, we got Chernobog. We're ready. We're ready to not die to the boss. We're ready to maybe not die to the boss. Scary enough, it will suffice. I'll take it. Save? I did. You probably sent that before I saved, but I did. And then, while we're at it, we're gonna save state right in front of them. They won't know it hit them. I don't want to talk about it. I literally sat and looked at my keyboard and was like, is F1 save or is F3 save? Hint, it's not F3. That's okay, I real saved, so it's fine. Right? It doesn't rewrite my save. It's just a save state. Good thing I just saved. You were so right. Equip this motherfucker. His sword is going into the S. It's a long sword, buddy. All the progress gone? Literally 0 progress lost. 0.0001% progress lost because I gotta walk up. 2 minutes? Not even. I gotta teleport and I gotta walk forward. There we go. Alright guys. F1. I did it.
Be ready. I sense it's a strong one.
Alright. Now. Probably can't insta-kill these guys. But first, we do this.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Can we have you guys on knockdown, you on heal support? Fuck it,
Got it.
Oracle.
Oracle, standing by.
Hit me with a random. Sometimes save states overwrite hard saves. They don't in... Well, I know that they don't in PPSSPP, whatever the fuck. The PSP emulator, I know that they don't. They're separate things. And I don't think they do in PCSX2 either. What do I do? They're probably not gonna get insta-killed. But we can null slash, I guess. What we could do is we could put... Do I have any attack mirrors left? No. Whoops. You're not playing this on the original hardware? No, but I own the game, so it's fine. It's just easier to stream some of these retro games. Well, they can't hit me, so even if I don't... Even if I do... Even if they resist slash damage, if I do slash damage to them, they don't null slash damage, right? Do they null? They only resist, so I can still do damage to them. Oh no, they do block slash damage. Never mind. What do I do? Do I just shoot them? I only have... Oh, I have bash. I'm just gonna shoot him. No, I'm gonna use... Mabubu. Use his Mabubu gem.
Invoking Oracle.
What a waste of an oracle.
Did it help?
No, it did not.
Lose.
It did not help. Thank you, though.
Nice try.
I can't help.
I guess you guys can go on
Leave it to me.
Let me try that.
heal support, I guess. I can only bash, and I don't know if it does more damage than my regular attack. It doesn't. It does not.
Hang in there.
Now would have been a good time for an oracle, but no.
Hang in there.
Nice try.
Guys, he's trying to gigantic fist me. We'll get Megidola. We might have to level it up for Megidola. In fact, let's go level this up. Let's just... I said I wasn't gonna grind, but I guess we'll do grind. Whatever. What else could go wrong today? Chernabog. What level do you learn? Where's Persona 3? There's Persona 3. What level do you learn Megidola? 63? Oh, you only need 3 levels? Well, let's run around. Let's run around and get Megiddola. Because there's no other way we can avoid the slash damage and do damage back without just a disgusting amount of gems in our pocket, which we don't have. You guys don't give me XP. I don't want money. Okay. I'll get him. I'll get him. One of these times.
There are 2 enemies.
I want to see what Deathbound looks like. I missed. I'm cutting off for you?
I failed to finish it off.
YouTube says the stream is healthy and my OBS is fine. So that's a you problem, boy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to tell you.
Defeat it.
No, Akihiko.
How did it dodge that?
Leave it to me.
Let me try that.
It seems 2 enemies left. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Here we go. Wasn't looking at the screen the last time I bound to death.
The analysis. No. Yukari-chan is unconscious.
Okay, sorry. I had to get that out of my system. Oh,
The enemy is getting stronger too.
I'm losing my mind. Let me get some XP. That's not XP. I wasn't looking at the screen. I'm so sorry. Pathetic. Pathetic. Alright, well, nothing bad ever happened.
There's 1 enemy.
Nothing bad ever happens. Nothing bad has ever happened.
Good choice. The enemy is down. Here's our chance for an all-out attack.
Megiddola is actually on par with guide skills in this game. Oh,
Good job.
well, that means it's pretty strong, huh? Well, relatively strong, huh? I'm gonna beat the Stasis Giant if it's the last thing I do. And then we'll see where my mental state is at. We only need 3 levels, but those 3 levels are a lot of XP. It's like 30,000 XP. Come here. Come here, you fuck. Damn it. I tried chasing him down at the end of the earth, but it didn't really work.
There are 2 enemies.
You can also ignore the Stasis Giant. That is true. But I have to do it at some point. I just have to do it in like 1 story beat later. Because I'll be honest with you, the pacing in this game it's not very good.
One enemy left.
That's the last one.
Defeat it. Descends now.
Well, I guess we're just gonna blow our load on this guy.
Such persistence.
Everybody's just beating the shit out of him.
Did you see that, Shinji?
200 XP. Alright. 11,700 to go to get to level 61. I'm disappointed that we didn't get to
There are 2 of them. Attack!
do anything for Career Week. I'm disappointed it was a black screen that fast forwarded me to Friday.
Good job.
Persona as a whole was never really good at pacing. Yeah. I think, Persona 5 has decent pacing. It has good enough pacing for me to have played the entire game my first time
There are 2
in
of them. Attack!
like a weekend and not get burnt out and immediately start a new one, a new save, or a new game plus. I hear Persona 4 has a little bit better pacing than Persona 3 at least. I don't know about Persona 2. I know Persona 1 is... I would not say Persona 1 has good pacing. No, I would not say that. And I've never even played the game.
That's the last one.
I command thee!
With this game, the pacing just makes me want to
Couldn't finish it off.
just throw my computer out a window sometimes. It's like you get an eighth of a story beat and then you go spend 6 hours in Tartarus and it's like, oh my goodness. Guess we'll get the next 8,
I'll show you my true power.
7 hours from now.
This thing won't give up. This ends now.
But the story itself is so good that it's like,
Such persistence. Only 1 enemy left.
I'll do it. I'll go into the Tartarus Sea.
Someone help Mitsuru-senpai.
But I won't be happy about
I'll
it.
do my best till the
But I
very
actually
end.
don't mind Tartarus. I think it's fine. I think it's whatever. I hated it for a while, but it's fine. It's not the worst. Tartarus itself isn't the problem. The problem is the pacing of the
There are
game.
3 of them. Strike first.
If the pacing made more sense, then I wouldn't have a single problem with Tartarus, I think. Is it peak gameplay? Yeah, it's peak gameplay. It's
Hang in there.
if peak gameplay is gameplay repetitive enough for me to not look at my screen in the slightest and just read chat and yap the whole time, peak gameplay. It is fine. It's not bad, for sure. I genuinely think Tartarus is...
No shadows.
Tartarus would be 11 times better if the actual pacing of the beats of the game
My skill level has increased.
were in any way manageably strung together. Is this a better or worse sword for you? Probably worse. Oh, it's the same. Well, that means we can sell it. Never heard of Tartarusi before? Well, I don't think anyone else had either until about 2 weeks ago. When I said it for the very first time. I know I don't have to deathbound every single enemy we meet, but I just can't help it. It's just so fun.
Did you see that, Shinji?
Well, we'll get there 200 XP at a time because we're not getting any XP drops. Come here. It's fine, we're only 25 minutes into the stream, right guys? We have all the time in the world. It's not like we were 2 hours in or anything.
Enemy defeated.
Last one. Don't let your guard down.
This thing won't give up.
Such a persistence.
Did you see that, Shinji?
Please. 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 Like, back on the pacing conversation, I think the biggest thing with Tartarus is that it just doesn't feel like it respects the player's time.
Great battle.
And it's not entirely Tartarus's fault. Right? Like, it's a little bit just the way the game is put together. In terms of pacing, in terms of the structure of the calendar and the way that they implemented a lot of stuff that you do on the daily that
There are 3 enemies.
I have also voiced some problems with.
Enemy
That just
defeated.
makes Tartarus feel longer than it really is.
Such persistence.
Don't use Matarunda. What are you doing?
Senpai. Great battle.
8. 8. 8? I'm just gonna hope it's this. Tartarus is simultaneously a core part of the gameplay and pacing, yet at the same time almost completely irrelevant. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, it is sort of a little bit, tiny bit, part of like,
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
the narrative itself, but not really at all.
Hang in there.
Which makes the constant trips to Tartarus a little bit like, why am I even, what am I doing here? Why am I even doing this? But it's not, the gameplay part itself is not terrible. But the leveling is very slow. But in conjunction with the actual narrative and the rest of the gameplay, it's like, there should be no reason for me to be 40 hours into a game and then
Hang in there.
I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. You know what I mean? Oh, this is getting pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, that should be the first 10 hours of the game. Where it's like, oh, I get it. I see what's going on here. Here is like, I hit hour 40 and then I was like, you know what? I think I love this.
Enemy defeated. One more.
But for every hour before that, I was like, am I sure I want to keep doing this? And none of that switch involves Tartarus. You know what I mean? It's all because the story finally kicks into gear.
I made up my mind. I won't lose.
It's the entire reason you're even together, but then the only story you get about it is the document scraps, which I have not read. I'm 70 hours in, I have not read one of the 3 documents. I guess I should read them all once we find the last one in December, right? That would be fun. Is it a love-hate relationship with Tartarus? It's,
There are 3 enemies. Be careful.
it's not a love-hate relationship with Tartarus, it's a... How do I put this? It's a mid-hate relationship with Tartarus.
Enemy defeated.
Don't mess with me.
Especially since I'm the type of person that much prefers a curated experience to a tolerant relationship. That's how it is, yes. That's what it is. There are parts where I really enjoy just sitting and grinding in Tartarus, and then there are some times where I'm like, I would rather rip my fingernails off. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a hit or miss for me. Even though Tartarus does not change during those times, it's like, what is my mood at today?
Sense your determination.
No, I don't want fucking Ubalures. It's very much like... It really is just the core... Sorry, shaking my head at Tartarus moment.
Nice
There
try.
are 4 of them.
It really is the crux of the majority of the gameplay of this game. And yet it is
Someone help Mitsuru-senpai.
completely pointless.
Mitsuru-senpai
And like I was
is
about to
seriously
say,
hurt.
it is... I'm the type of person that much prefers a curated experience. I would rather
That's it. The
have a
enemy
game
is
be
returned.
linear as fuck if it was meant to be that way. You know what I mean?
The enemy's returned
Which
to
is
your
one of the reasons
hinterland.
why I like a lot of JRPGs, is because they are that sort of curated experience in terms of where you go and how you fight and the exploration and stuff. They're not just like open world games where random shit, radiant quests happen all the time. For the most part. Not that those things are bad inherently. I like some of those things. I like games that do those things. But
There are 4 enemies left.
But I prefer
The enemy
Now's our
is down.
chance.
going through something that's meant for me to experience, because that means the minutia of what I am experiencing has actually been thought about and curated, and generally makes for a better experience, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really care to play games where it's harder for me to play games like some Western RPGs or Western games that have minor, they're not even RPGs, but games, the game that comes to mind is like Assassin's Creed or something like that, like the newer ones and stuff. I don't want to play those because I don't,
I failed to finish it off.
yeah, Odyssey looks cool. Yeah, I watched my friend play it, but no, I don't want to run around
Senpai defeated an enemy.
having these experiences in a way that is not intentionally curated. It's just like, oh, you wanted the world. This thing happens. That thing happens.
You've improved.
But I sometimes like that, right? Like I liked it when Skyrim was the best game around. That was perfect. And there are games that do that stuff well. But it's not what I prefer.
That's it. The enemy
All
is
right,
down.
good job. Persona.
You found the enemy's weakness. Here's our chance for an all-out attack. Bloody at him.
Like, it's more satisfying for me to play something that feels like somebody thought about every single moment. Not in terms of like, because even in this game, like, technically the quote-unquote radiant stuff is... What are your thoughts on FromSoft's games? I've never played one. Those games I could enjoy because the curated experience is the fact that I'm experiencing it the way that I choose to experience it rather than what the developers made it so, right? That's part of the Dark Souls experience, is that you build the shit yourself, right? And you do the thing, and you figure out the strategy, and you keep trying, and you gain skill, and you do this, and you do that, and that's fun. Supposedly. I haven't played one, so I don't know for sure. But that is also a curated experience.
The enemy is down.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now!
Even if it's open-ended, even if there's some more, like Elden Ring has these more radiant sort of quests, this kind of like im-simmy type stuff. It has a little bit more,
I won't lose.
you know, it has the freedom in the open world and all that kind of stuff.
I'm not who I used to be.
But it works there because it's like a curated experience. Still, it's meant to do that. A lot of open world games just don't. They're open world for the sake of being open world, and then they have no reason to be. And it's like the difference between something like Tartarus and
Watch out. There are 4 enemies.
I'm struggling to think of an example, but like
The enemy's off balance. Attack.
the difference
Down.
between
Let's finish this.
Tartarus and then like something like a other classic RPG like a Final Fantasy VII
Battle.
or different kinds of Dragon Quests or different kinds of things where you know, kind of go through those experiences, is that the linearity of something like a Final Fantasy VII or a Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 even, where you run down the corridor, or Final Fantasy 13, you run down the corridor. I would much rather run down a corridor
There are 3 of them.
that was curated for me to run down than be left with this wide open space, randomly generated, or an open world, and then I just experience a bunch of nothing.
There are
If that
3
makes
enemies
sense.
left.
Like, I would rather run down a Final Fantasy 13 hallway that looks cool and has some nonsense lore to it than go through randomly generated dungeons all day, every day, till I die. Excluding Elden Ring, they're pretty curated.
Hang in there.
I would argue, I think Elden Ring, Breath of the Wild, some of those big,
Yukari-chan.
quote-unquote, open world games, the world
Hang in there.
being radiant, the world having these kind of things going on, is part of the experience that the development team has curated for you.
2 more enemies.
Because it feels like it is, even if it isn't. Whereas something like a Ubisoft open world game just does not feel like a curated experience in any sense of the world, in any sense of the word. At least in the modern era.
The enemy is getting stronger too.
Still more curated than stuff like Bethesda or Ubisoft? Yeah. When I say curated in terms of the Elden Ring, I just mean the intent of the developer shines through in a way that this is meant to be like this. It feels good. So on and so forth.
A surprise attack. There's only one.
Like, it's the difference between the intent of the developer understanding the design of an open world and how a player interfaces with that design, even when random shit that they could never expect happens because that's the entire thing, versus doing a thing for the sake of the thing because that's the marketable thing that players will like, but then the players get it, their hands on it, and it feels bad and nobody likes it, right? It's two different things. It's the difference between
I'll do my best until the very end.
this might be an extreme comparison, but it's the difference between a piece of art that somebody made and a piece of generative AI art, which is ass. Like, yeah, it might hit the technical merits once in a while, but like, it is not. Big open worlds are cool, as long as they're not empty, full of busy work like collectibles. AI art is not art. I'm gonna take your words, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say your words back to you, boy.
There are 3 enemies.
Based.
Be careful.
That's based.
Great battle.
Did he say Chernobyl instead of Chernobog? Okay, I don't want that one. You can't see what I pointed. I pointed at my monitor. I pointed at the cursed one. I didn't want the cursed one. I don't know. Those are just my feelings on what my preferred experience is
There are 3 of them.
when I play
Strike
games like
first.
this. Like, I love linear games. I do not care for open world games that much. I liked Skyrim. I liked Morrowind back in the day.
Defeat it.
I'm sure I would like Elden Ring if I really sat down and played it.
I defeated an enemy.
AR was more fun when it was an incomprehensible mess for 100%. It was more fun when it was a gimmick and not theft.
There are 3 of them. Strike first. Enemy defeated.
But yeah, those are my feelings on it.
I command thee.
But at the same time,
You've done it.
with the radiant stuff, with the, you know, responsive stuff, with the blah 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 blah, I like roguelikes a lot.
My hand. You're unworthy.
So it's not like there's not a way for me to enjoy those kinds of aspects. Right, it's just like, I almost ran into this dude. Kaiser armor. I did run into this dude. I did run into this dude.
There are 3 of them. Agility down. Please be careful.
Come forth!
1 enemy left.
I don't know if I articulated all of that very well because I am tired and I'm kind of losing my mind.
Just 1 more. Take this.
But that's basically the
Good
gist. Sleepy Brain Soul, yeah, head empty. I feel like I think Persona 3, I think Tartarus makes me stupider. Like genuinely. Or maybe, no, that's not what that's the wrong way to put it. That is not what happens. That is not what Tartarus does. I think Tartarus genuinely unmasks me. Like my brain just stops working. And I'm just on autopilot every time I'm in Tartarus. It turns into Yap Central. Telling those old models to make a cat was fun. Average Tartarussy main. Headpants for Tartarussy Brain Soul. What have I created? What have I done? I am become Death, the Destroyer of Worlds. This is a real Oppenheimer moment. Me staring at the atom bomb. Head in my hands. Defeatist existential moments as I come to terms with the destruction that I've wrought from my own actions, my responsibility, forever altering of the universe and the world as we know it, as I look into the atom bomb that is the Tartarussy. It's just the effect of the dark hour. Maybe someday Christopher Nolan will make a movie about you. I hope not. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen a Christopher Nolan movie that wasn't Batman. Tartarussy's gonna be the new hitting word. Yeah, they're gonna put it in Webster's next year. It's gonna be, it's gonna be the new. They're gonna add it to the dictionary.
I'll do my best until the very end.
Maybe I saw Inception like once when I was like 12. Other than that, I don't think I've ever seen. Like I said, I don't really watch movies. I used to watch movies a lot.
Watch out! There are 4 enemies.
Actually, I used to watch a handful of movies repeatedly a lot, and then I would watch like a lot of TV or television like shows, web shows and stuff. Now I just watch YouTube video essays and live streamers. Shitification was the most recent word of the year. In 2023? N-shitification, also known as platform decay, is the pattern of decreasing quality of online platforms that act as two-sided markets. Enshittification can be seen as a form of rent-seeking. Examples of alleged enshittification have included Amazon, Bandcamp, Facebook, Google Search, Reddit, Twitter, and Unity. The term enshittification, E-N-shittification, 2 T's, was coined by the writer Cory Doctorow. In November 2022, the American Dialect Society selected it as its 2023 Word of the Year. Definition: the term enshittification was coined... I'm not reading. You thought I was going to read the whole... You thought I was going to read the whole Wikipedia entry. You thought. First I'm hearing of it, you're welcome. Gyat and Riz were runner-ups. Gyat makes me annoyed. Because it's so clearly... It is so clearly...
Great battle.
what it has been in AAVE since before I was born. And then just like every video I see now is just like 12-year-old white kids just not using it correctly.
There are 3 enemies. Be careful.
Baby girl was also discussed. I'm girl failure. Maybe one day. I think I might be girl failure, guys. Are you girl boss? Are you girl boss, baby girl, or girl failure? Tag yourself. I'm dead center in the middle because I have no concept of self. I need other people to tell me what I am. Pog and sus are 2 words that make me want to pull the plug? Well, sus was a word before Among Us.
The enemies return to normal.
And I kind of like, you know what, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like Pog. I don't even use Twitch. But I kind of like Pog. We're pogging. Let's go poggers. It's pognificent. Pognificent. Sussy? You're not a sussy baka? Yeah, I'm a sussy baka. Sussy baka.
You're unworthy of my time.
I'm baby girl coded? No, you're just saying that.
My skill level has increased.
Has Chernobog leveled up even once in the hour I've been doing this?
There are 4 enemies. Attack!
Younger generations using the slang of previous generations wrong will be a constant.
Enemy defeated.
That is true.
I won't
But I
lose.
don't
Jeez, that was... Hang in there.
understand how Gyat got so corrupted from... It's literally... Goddamn. It's the first part of goddamn. But whatever.
2 more enemies.
Thankfully, nobody died from that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
This thing will... Hang in there.
I'm not even old. I'm not even old.
Senpai is seriously hurt.
But I feel old whenever I see the word gyat because being used the way that it's used. I don't even believe in the rigidity of language. Words can mean whatever you want them to mean in whatever moment, at whatever context. There's no right way to word. That's what I learned from my theory classes, my writing theory classes.
Use this.
That's the conclusion that I came to.
Senpai is unconscious. Take this.
And yet Gyat still makes me just sigh a little and be like, man, what are we doing here?
The enemy is getting
That's one thing that
stronger,
also annoys me. People who don't write or don't know anything about writing are the types of people that say, or language. People that don't know anything about language think that there's a right way to use language. I went to a job interview last year and the interviewer had on their wall like a, not an announcement, but like a, I don't know how to describe it. It was an informational piece for the company, right? On the door of the office. And she was like, she asked me, I told her, I was like, oh yeah, I majored in writing or whatever. I'm majoring in writing.
Nice try.
And like her first question, she got super excited. The whole thing was like she wanted to prove somebody else that worked there wrong about the comma usage. And I'll be 100% honest with you. Sure, is there maybe a right way to use commas in the English language?
I won't miss.
Yeah, if you write it technically.
Defeated an enemy. Keep it up.
If you write technically, sure, if you're writing like a technical manual, maybe. In every other context, Absolutely not. And I was like, it literally doesn't matter. You can put the comma there where you say it should go, and you can go in the other spot where this other person says it can go. They're both technically correct. And just the disappointment of this person to not be able to like lord their usage of language over somebody else was just like immeasurable. And I was like, and that just happens all of the time. Every time you hear someone talk about grammar, they're usually wrong, first of all. They don't actually know anything about grammar, they just think that they do. And also, even if they were right, it wouldn't really matter. Hate the actually type of people? I'm an actually type of person with facts, with things that are true and real. But with things that are malleable or fluid or ever-changing or in a state of non-constant.
This thing won't give up. Yukari-chan is unconscious.
I'm gonna die here. Then I don't really care.
Take this!
I'm a know-it-all. If you get something wrong about a thing that is like, if you're just wrong, then you're just wrong. But if there's no capacity for wrongness, then why are you trying to be right so hard? Many things are fluid and constantly changing. This dude kicking your keister? Oh yeah, that's what happens when I start talking about things that I base my entire education around.
I can sense your determination.
Get with the times, old man. That is my point. That is literally my point. Anybody who says that there's a right way to use grammar or the right way to do this or the right way to do that is generally trying to lord some kind of control over you, and is generally the old man in question. If you're policing somebody else's language, you're probably also trying to police their culture. You're also probably trying to lord some sort of state of self-benevolence over them. Some sort of, I don't know, superiority in a place that it doesn't exist. In a field that neither of you are experts in. Basically, I'm a descriptivist and not a prescriptivist. If we want to talk about it in academic terms. Language police suck? Yes. But also because you are not only policing language, you are also policing conceptual ideas. You're policing concepts and ideologies and culture. Which is not good and is annoying. Sorry. My head emptiness turned into galaxy brain moments. I don't think I leveled up once that whole time, by the way. I leveled up. I don't think Chernobog leveled up. 1000 XP. Okay. Purists are pretty annoying, for sure. Like I said, prescriptivists. That's what happens when you main Tartarussy. You're so right. We circle back from head empty to head full. Full head. So all head? So all head. So only head? No. So head. So head.
Two more enemies.
Hang in there.
They and them are plural head asses. They and them
Don't overdo it.
have been singular usage. There have been existing instances of singular usage, they and them, for hundreds of years. So, yes, they're plural, but they're also singular because that's how the English language has worked for a very long time, and it's how it's going to continue changing.
Use this.
Like French is fine to use a borrowed word every now and then. It is so fine. Guys, you have heard me talk for longer than you was singular.
John is seriously hurt.
Based demon killer. What was I gonna say?
Hang in there.
Don't mess with me. You
guys know how liberal I am with the English language. I say some shit that just doesn't sound
Two enemies left.
like sentences. And yet you completely understand the concepts that I'm intending to convey.
One enemy left.
That's the last
I say shit like Tartarussi and you guys have a complete and utter understanding of what I'm talking about.
I won't lose.
It's time to get baser than ever. Literally a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Positive. Positive connotation. Find it really funny whenever old people get upset? Yes. I find it,
No shadows
I have
detected.
become one with the
battle is
concept of
over.
Tartarussi. Hold on, I'm gonna get this XP, and then we're gonna... And then I'm gonna... No, I didn't get the XP. And then I'm gonna... Main quote. You already know it's coming. You merely adopted the Tartarussi. I was born in it, molded by it. Okay, hold on. We gotta go one. Hold on. I gotta look at this properly. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. No, you. Hold on. Formulating the bit. Bitulating. You merely adopted the Tartarussi. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a they-them. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The Tartarussi shadows betray you because they belong to me. There we go. I just had to get that out there. Are you sure you weren't the one who molded the Tartarussi? I think the Tartarussi is malleable. I think the Tartarussi is malleable. Still hasn't leveled up. Older French hate online slang making its way into French. Even the older British and Irish get upset. I did not know that about French. I don't know anything about French, to be quite honest with you. In terms
There are
of
3 enemies. Be careful.
French internet culture.
Enemy defeated.
Don't mess with me.
It's kind of like how old people now are like everybody's grandma uses LOL,
Defeated.
but they hear Riz and they're like blasphemy. They're like, this is blasphemy.
Not yet.
Senpai.
It's like you made the transition already, old man. This has nothing to do with that, but I love the way that the Tartarussi is malleable. The fact that I can go on an academic rant and then in like the next sentence say the Tartarussi is malleable is something that I really enjoy about myself. I'm not gonna lie. Tartarussi main. French also has a committee to make new French words, so adopted words never officially are in the language? What? That's crazy. So they, instead of having loan words normally, like a normal language, like every other language, without a committee, they take the loan words and Frenchify them intentionally. That happens organically with a lot of words in a lot of languages. Loan words get organically adopted into the language into a way that makes more sense for that culture and that language. But to have a committee intentionally denying loan words is kind of crazy.
My skill level.
Okay, we made it one level. Gotta go 2 more levels. I'm going home. Get me out of here. They translate names. French love bureaucracy. Want to hear French version of Riz Gya and anything that ends with Ussi? Wasn't Debussy French? The musician? Bureaucracy. Now I'm just imagining a French teenager showing their grandparent like some Americanized internet slang, and then just like an old French woman just being like, oh my. Nordic language, some Nordic languages do the same. I think it's, here's the thing. It is perfectly acceptable to alter loan words that you were taking from another language to better fit the language that you use. That's 100% okay.
One enemy left.
But
Last one. Don't let your guard down.
there's a point where that filtering becomes
Not who I used to be.
less efficient and maybe a little bit more prejudiced than what an organic filtering of the language
There are 2 of them. Attack.
would be.
Hang in there.
Like, Japanese has an entire alphabet, an entire set of symbols dedicated to loan words. Katakana is used nowadays for cool shit, to make words look cool sometimes, but is almost exclusively made up outside of that in actual usage. of loanwords, specifically European loanwords, and writing them in a way that is approachable to the Japanese culture and language, right?
Two enemies left.
To have a refusal of the loanwords is very strange. Yes, I agree with you. It is a little bit strange. The altering is normal if it's organic.
I let my guard down.
Like, there are a lot of words that transcend languages just because of the internet. Right. So to be like,
Last one. Don't let your
no,
guard
that's
down.
not what we're gonna call it.
I made up my mind. I won't lose.
Katakana didn't used to be used that way. It used to be used by men, while hiragana used to be used by women. That is very true. That is also a true thing. Katakana is so cool. Katakana just looks cool. That's why you get a lot of Shunibyo, like, manga type titles that have their titles stylized in katakana.
I won't lose.
Hang in
If there's a hell I'm telling Satan about pussy and new American slang, Satan already knows.
I won't lose.
I feel like Satan is very intimately aware of pussy.
Won't give up.
It looks sharp. It does look sharp. The way that you're supposed to write it. Katakana, it actually is more angular, the way that you write it. I have trouble writing Japanese symbols because I'm left-handed and they're all right-handedly written, so they get a little messy when I write them, like handwrite them in any of this hiragana, katakana, or kanji. Because my hand drags along a paper in the way that the symbols were not meant to experience. But I don't want that down here. Left-handed kind of gang? Yeah, I'm ambidextrous. I can write both ways, but I prefer to write left-handed. I do most things ambidextrously. Is everybody in chat right now left-handed? Or right left-handed?
There are two enemies.
Cross dominant. Lefty AF. Right lefty. Everyone here is at least kind of left-handed. I think everyone here is kind of left-handed. That's awesome.
I command thee.
I grew up doing pretty much everything with both of my hands, but then I kind of like, I just gravitated towards specifically doing a couple of things with my left and a couple of things with my right. But pretty much everything I can, I'm pretty dexterous with both of my hands. Jansaba 2 is right-handed. How could you? Time to discriminate. No, I'm just kidding.
Hang in there.
Used to be able to get scholarships for being left-handed. I don't think in my lifetime, but in the past. Maybe in my lifetime. I don't know. I wasn't applying to colleges for most of it.
Hang in there.
Hang in there.
That's cool though. As soon as you guys were like, used to get beat for being left-handed. Even when I was a kid, they would try to make us, and they have made some of my friends
Only one enemy left.
right-handed. And I'm young. Like, I am Gen Z. They would
I'll show you my
force kids to write right-handed still. They tried to force me, and they tried to also make me use pencil grips, but I would take the pencil grips off and I would put the pencil in my left hand, and then I'd tell the teacher that I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do because I've been stubborn since I was a child. My school made me right-handed. It's crazy in this day and age. Yeah. Well, I also grew up in the middle of nowhere.
There's one enemy.
Like, yeah, I have friends that just suck at writing with both of their hands because they were forced to try to write with their right hand. I never listened. I'm the type of person that just does what I want to do. So, even when I was a kid, so I didn't give a fuck. I was like, you know what? No. Wasn't beat or anything, they just tried to. Yeah. Same. They didn't use physical violence.
Great battle.
I'm a prodigy with my left hand. I write shitty.
Mitsuru Senpai seems tired.
Based. I can write really well, but I never want to, so I always write shitty. I'm like, whatever. I don't care how my handwriting looks. Writing L's and check marks wrong? How do you write either one of those things wrong? How do you write an L? Do you start from...
There's one enemy.
Do you start from bottom right and then go left and then up? I'm running from this. From the bottom up? That's fine. I feel like lots of people do that. And then, it's not like they taught you how to use check marks. Taught you how to do check marks the right way anyway. The quote-unquote right way. There's not a right way to do most things except for the technical things that there are. Right? It does not really matter.
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
You do them backwards? Do you start from the right?
I won't miss. Shooting it. This ends now.
Or is the little part on the right side and then the long part's on the left side? Feels like Chattanooga. Chattanooga's just not leveling up. You're so right. I had a friend who wanted to go to Chattanooga University. I don't know what the school is called. Because they have a good music program or something. This is the only thing I know about Chattanooga. They managed to do cursive and now they removed it. They...
2 enemies left.
I can't remember if they tried to make us do cursive. I don't think it matters. I don't think cursive matters in the slightest.
The enemy is getting stronger too.
In a world where handwriting barely exists,
Yukari-chan seems tired.
cursive doesn't matter. I can do cursive. But I don't think I learned it in school. I think I just learned it to learn it. I had a friend who's the same friend. Cursive is fun. Cursive is fun. I don't think it needs to be required for anything. How are you gonna sign a check? Checks don't exist anymore. How are you gonna do your signature? Signatures are not cursive. You can print a smiley face on a check. Cursive as mandatory? Useless. Cursive as art? Primo. Based. Anyways, as I was saying, we leveled up one time in that entire time. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. It was mostly Chattanooga leveling. And he leveled up once. Base cursor. What I was about to say, you guys remember when I was telling you about that guy, that my friend who learned how to do Rubik's Cubes really fast and then moved on to like the big like dodecahedron Rubik's Cube and like gained skills or whatever? I don't know if I told that on stream. I feel like I did, but maybe that was a while ago. That same guy in high school, he's a hobby picker-upper. He picks up hobbies for the skill of the hobby, not the enjoyment of the hobby. He gains the skill, and then he moves on to a new skill. And one of those skills was calligraphy. So when we were in high school, he was pretty good at calligraphy because he practiced all the time and he learned how to do it. I pick up a lot of hobbies for pure enjoyment. I'm not good at any of them. I'm not good at any of my hobbies, but I have a million of them, which is where people like me and people like him differ. I'm a hobby picker-upper, but I'm not a skill gainer. I like to gain knowledge and experience and fulfillment. I don't really care to gain skills too much, although I guess I do have a lot of skills. I guess I do have a lot of skills, now that I think about it. But I don't have like party trick skills like he had. He would have party trick skills.
Cheer up, Junpei.
Virgin skill maxer versus Chad hobby enjoyer. I think both are valid. I think both are Chads. Tried learning calligraphy, but handwriting was not very legible when using right hand. You know what I love more than regular calligraphy? I love different types of like digital typography, but more than both of those things, I just still think specifically Japanese calligraphy, the art is taken to like a mastery level that is just insane.
Yeah.
Chinese calligraphy's up there. English calligraphy is pretty up there. But I still think
So what do you want?
just full Barakamon calligraphy is crazy.
This came for you. It's from the hospital.
That's...
They were going through her items when they found that.
I know I have to snap out of this, but it's just so hard.
Is there a specific answer I should pick for this? Junpei intervention moment. Is this another Junpei talk day, or is this just normal? Telling me you should look at it. That's what I was leaning towards. I feel like it's less of a platitude. I feel like hanging there, Junpei, is just like, good luck, buddy. It's a good luck, buddy answer. Sorry, I was checking my Discord. I realized when my stream died, my bot for my Patreon Discord. Because I get the notifications too for some reason on my own Discord. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's the bot posting and not me. But send an extra one. That's rough, buddy. I feel like I said, when I was playing Fire Emblem the other day, I feel like I said, that's rough, buddy, about half a dozen times at least.
Hey, Junpei, can I take a look?
You wouldn't be able to understand her drawings anyways.
Pretty sure it's just Tartarus. That's just Junpei.
Wait, is this?
That's an ink drawing of Junpei.
Wow, it's really good.
Look at it.
This is amazing. Who wouldn't be able to understand it?
Is this?
It's a detailed portrait of Junpei-san.
Sorry, I'll pay attention to the game now.
Chidori. Junpei. It's like she's telling me to stop moping around.
She must be looking out for you.
I promised to fight to get rid of the Dark Hour. And I'm sorry for all the times I snapped at you.
Character development.
It still bothers me a little. But I want you to know that I'm counting on your abilities.
I'm counting on you too.
Junpei.
All 19 levels of you. Level 9 Cs. Can't wait to watch that video. It's edited down, but it's still an hour and 40 minutes. But I guess that's better than 7 hours. I thought that was gonna take, and that's not including the 2 times I had to fast forward because I accidentally closed the game. That's not, or skip the cutscenes. That's not including all of the time I spent just yapping at the beginning and the end of the stream. Like, it was a short DLC. I expected it to be 9 hours, 10 hours. But it very much was not. Even though she was an avant-garde artist, she left a sketchbook filled with portraits of Iori. Do you understand the reason why she changed her style of sketching so drastically? Yes, I do. Good. Don't forget it. Even though Natsuki-chan and I are apart, our bond lives on. I think the same is true for Junpei. Sorry, I was blindsided by the GL. She really just said Junpei-kun and Chidori-san's relationship and mine and Natsuki-chan's are comparable. That's a... You're in deep. Chidori-san has passed away, but her bond with Junpei-kun will last forever. I was just blindsided by the Yuri, sorry. The recovery of Junpei-san's mental health has been confirmed. Wait, did that sound strange? Let me try again. I have confirmed that Junpei-san's mental state has returned to normal. Junpei looked like a different person in that drawing. She drew a picture of him in her sketchbook, huh? Sounds like a scene in a romance novel. Anyway, I'm glad that Junpei-san is himself again. What do you know about romance novels? How do you know what a scene in a romance novel is like? You will have to be 97 years old in a child's body. Huh. Now that's the Junpei I know. Hey, who's that hot guy in that sketchbook? Chidori might have touched it up a little, but pretty soon I'm gonna look just like him. Wait and see. Bro is 10 years old and reads smut. Not to give you any insight into myself beyond a certain boundary, but me and Ken both. He's not in the mood for a walk. Jail? Sorry, I was about to go on another rant about why I think my friend publishes fantasy smut. Holy shit. That's awesome. Like, they're the publisher for it, or they write it. Either way, that's phenomenal. We love it. We're here for it. I'm gonna hang out with this drunken monk. Drunky monkey. That didn't feel good to say. I'm never gonna say that again. They write and are published. Got it. I have published poetry, but I have had my have had my poetry published, but none of it was smut. Although most of my poetry involves fucking and or fighting God, so you can see why I enjoy Persona. Hi, it's Yuko. Are you busy right now? No, what's up? Are you free tomorrow? Let's do something together. Let's hang out. Poetry is based. Poetry is so based. Well, there's poetry and there's poetry for the sake of pretentiousness. You already know which one I'm about. Poetry is so gay. That's what I love about her. You're so right. You're so right. I wrote a poem about how Final Fantasy VII is gay as hell. Several years ago. You can have mine if you're still hungry. I have a published research paper, but it's kind of shit and ultimately pointless. That's pretty cool though. So is every poem that I've ever written, so. Don't worry, I'm not sick or anything. Byzantine, you have some sauce on your mouth. Will you wipe it off? You're more spoiled than you look, Byzantine. Okay, I'll get it for you. Hell yeah. I'll give her a gift. I'm gonna give her a Lucky Charm. Wow, it's so nice, thank you. She likes my present. She seems like the person who would appreciate a Lucky Charm. So where the poetry at? In the doxable zone. You're never gonna get to read it. Unless we write some together on stream that we put Byzantine Soul name on. Yoji-kun's here again. He's visiting Junpei. Junpei's still pretty down. So I'm glad he has a good friend like Ryoji-kun. This isn't about that, Koromaru-san. It has nothing to do with liking or disliking him. There's just something about him. I'd so love to do that. We could do a... That would be fun if we just did a nonsense poetry stream where we wrote shitty poems together about nonsense. Junpei looked like a different person in that drawing. That would be a fun stream. Poetry shitpost stream. I'll have to think of a good way to do it. It's not going to be next week, but maybe in February sometime. That would be a good stream. Alright, you guys are giving me ideas. My brain is working. The news is on. But what about Featherman R? I wanted to I didn't read it right. Whatever. Shit poetry Sunday. Ah. That would be really fun. A couple of years ago, before I started doing anything content related, or even thinking about content related, when I was first like, what could I do for stream? I was like, maybe I could do some teaching streams where I teach poetry or writing or whatever. That would be fun. But I think it would only... I don't know how much you would actually learn, because now I've gone from full teacher mode to full shitposter mode, and I'm like, well... We would have to... those would be two separate ideas, you know? It would be the shitpost literature in the literature of literature. Which, coincidentally, would also be shitposting. It's all shitposting if it's coming from me. Oh, you're late. What's up, kid? You must have been drinking a lot. Don't you think it's... I used to be able to make a dolphin noise. Hold on, can I still do it? Hold on. I gotta do it with the mic muted for a second. That wasn't the noise, but that is the closest I can replicate it. At the moment, without practicing. Wait, it's all shitposting? Always has been. Don't you think it's rude to make some wait? Didn't Dad tell you not to do that? No, this is the first time. Huh? Is it? Oh, that's right. He thinks he's my dad right now. I thought you got in an accident or something. Don't make me worry like that. What the hell were you doing this late? I was with a friend. A friend, huh? It's a girl, isn't it? Like father, like son, I guess. He turns into a nerd when he gets drunk. He goes from the cool, gravelly voice to just being a nerd. Huh? You? Damn. All this time I thought you were... I guess my eyesight's getting bad after all. So is the reason you're not at home with your wife and kid and your son that you always talk about because he's just fucking dead? Is your son dead? He's just a dad now. He really does have dad energy for sure. Problematic dad energy, but dad energy nonetheless. Spending all my time with clients, missing anniversaries and birthdays. Wonder if they felt the same way I did as I waited for you earlier. Who's they? My wife and my son. It's been 4 years since they left now. I used to stay out past midnight. When I got home, my wife and I would get into a big argument. Now when I go home, I don't know what to do with myself. So I just come here and drink every night. Are you running away? Yeah, you're absolutely right. I shave my head, but it's only for show. I get drunk to avoid facing my problems. She hasn't called me or sent me a letter since then. She must have gotten over me. Who knows where they are, or even if they want to see me. Ah, forget it. It's too much of a hassle anyway. Alright, kid, let's get out of here. Specifically divorced dad energy. Favorite dads out there, truly. He does have divorced dad energy. You are so right. You are 100% correct. Super divorced dad energy. Not dad energy, not stepdad energy. Just divorced dad energy. Ikutsuki-san. No, he doesn't deserve this on. Ikutsuki. And stepdad energy. Oh, how sublimely the heroine Murasaki no Ue is portrayed in this passage. She was written to be the ideal woman of the Heian period. The quintessential Heian beauty. Speaking of Heian beauty, here's a Did my teacher just call me a Heian beauty? Are you hitting on me, Mr. Akota? Only one teacher can groom me at a time. Oh, never mind. The question is about Heian beauties. Just the way he segued into that was a little sussy. The chief criteria for a Heian beauty was the length of a woman's hair. The cosmetics were important too. They used white makeup, plucked their eyebrows in favor of drawn-on ones, and colored their teeth with limonite. Do you think the men did these things? In Japan, I think they actually did one of these things. They didn't use the makeup, but they did both of these other things. My culture lessons are taking off. It was a unified style. Whether man or woman, every adult sported this fashion. Even though the white powder was lead-based and unhealthy, they wore it to uphold their standards of beauty. Compared to them, you guys are... Thank God he's not attracted to me like some other teachers in this building. It seems like Aiga-san has been staring at me lately. She's not gonna embarrass me again. Is this the first full moon since defeating the last greatest shadow? I mean, it would have to be, right? Yeah. And on Wednesday. Who can I talk to today? Maiko, maybe? Yeah, let's go hang out with Maiko. First, we're gonna go shopping. And by shopping, I mean we're gonna sell a bunch of stuff. because everybody's already equipped. Time to go to the mall. So we're gonna get to see what happens when there's no quote-unquote last greater shadow. This dude is in a good mood when he sees me. Famous katana that banishes darkness? Hell yeah. We're gonna keep that for Junpei. On that hustle mindset. Let's get rid of this axe. I'm never gonna use it. Love the music here. I think I just love the music in this game. We're gonna keep the Kaiser armor. I don't know if it's good for anybody. I'm gonna sell Koromaru's wings. What is the saying? Every time something dies, an angel gets their wings, or something like that? I was gonna make a bit. There's gonna be a bit. We don't need a bit. We don't need any more bits. Wonder if they wonder why a student is selling them guns, axes, swords, and armor? No. This guy doesn't wonder. He knows about Tartarus. I think. It's really just a very quick explanation at the beginning of the game where it's like, this guy can sell you goods illegally from the police station. Policeman is in the know. Policeman is in the know. I accidentally hit X too quickly. Should we get some accessories? Would we benefit from some accessories? I didn't really look at them last time. I was too distracted by the strange localization for the typography. I'm gonna buy this. I'm not gonna equip it yet, but I'm gonna buy it. I'm also gonna buy a vitality ring. I think that could be good for somebody. Low revival chance, increases wind damage by a large amount, increases electricity damage by a large amount, ice damage by a large amount, fire, thunder. I think I'm good without these. I think I got what I want. Do you have a prescription for those revival beans? I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Oh, guys, guess what I can do today? Guys, guess what I can do today? You'll never guess. Now that we finally have access to the school on a normal time, we can do these two things. We can talk to Sensei, If we can talk to Persimmon Girl. Which way is Persimmon Girl? This way? You could hang out with Nozomi and refuse Chernobog? That is true. That is true. I might also just do a bunch of grinding tomorrow off stream because I'm not streaming tomorrow. But I'm also not really doing much until the afternoon. How do I get to this fucking gymnasium again? I don't remember. I need like 3 or 4 more ranks. Ugh. One thing I will say, grinding is 1,000 times more bearable off stream. Because there's no pressure to be like entertaining. I can just sit and go full neurodivergent mode. Do my repetitive actions. I saw an old man pick a persimmon from the tree. It wasn't even ripe. Ukichi, were you stealing persimmons? Did I do this wrong? Did I not take the quest? Do I have to take the quest for this to go into effect? I thought I had to talk to you for some reason. Why do I have to talk to you? I would not like to. Grinding is gay. Grinding is gay by virtue of the fact that I am still gay when I'm doing the grinding. I think that's the only thing gay about it. I actually like grinding. You guys might not realize it by how much I complain about Tartarus, but I really like grinding. You need the quest active? Okay. I thought so. Damn. Where's Persimmon Girl quest? We're gonna cancel this sushi. We have 6,000 yen. Just so I can accept this one. And then we go back, and then we go all the way back. We run back to Gekkoukan High. Imagine if... Sorry, I just had this strange thought. I said the way that I said Gekkoukan High triggered a memory in me of when I played... Lollipop Chainsaw, and my immediate thought was like, what if Persona had a lollipop chainsaw style game. No zombies, but just the style of game. Like the irreverent, very specific, campy game. Oh, that drink? Can I see it? Oh, is this the limited edition drink you can only get in Kyoto? Wow, impressive. I have to say, I love these rare drinks. Have you seen this one? Odin juice? It's only available in the fall. You want some? Well, can't let you have it for free. 5,000 yen? Here you go. What? Are you really gonna pay me 5,000 yen for this? You must be a rare drink maniac. Thanks, though. I can get my own rare drink. Maybe you could help out a fellow rare drink maniac. Do you think if we made those persimmons into a drink, maniacs all over the country would like it? I just realized that I long for the days where otaku, the word otaku, was translated as maniac. That's how you get some of those, there's Pokemon trainer types that you can battle that are called maniacs, that are just otaku. You know, I never realized that before. I never thought about it. But her talking about maniacs for the drinks, I was just like, you're just talking about a drink otaku. And now I long for the days of that localization, even though it's not quite right. I don't care. She gave me a mind. She just gave me the drug from Limitless. She just gave me mind supplements. I ordered a bag of sand through the mail the other day and it came with a supplement. Take this to boost your brain power. From a sand, and then you can, and then you give it to a student? What are you? What was this? What was that interaction? But then you get jelly donuts on Nigiri? That is true. You have Brock eating a jelly donut that is clearly not a jelly donut. That does happen. I guess it just depends if you like the Working Designs translations or not. She just gave you Adderall that she got from a bag of sand that she ordered. She gave me bag of sand, Amazon order, Adderall to a student. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a topic more mixed than whether or not people like Working Designs translations. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but your Temu mind supplements? Oh no. Let's hang out with Maiko. Maybe get to rank 10 today? Maybe tomorrow? Next time. Next time. Hi.
See you later, Ryoji. And hey, stop freaking out about your exams. I didn't study either.
But then again, you never do.
Yakuza used to be localized to the mob a lot too, for sure. Have you... The first... the original release for the first Yakuza game? I don't know if you've heard the English dubbing, but it is... in its own caliber. The early English
Oh, hi,
dubs
what's up?
of
Studying?
Yakuza for the PS2 are
I'm here a
something
lot, but
else.
I hardly ever run into you. Strange, huh?
It's like they took the Yakuza de Mob localization and then didn't stop at the text, the voice acting.
Oh well, I'm out of here. See you later.
It's just lots of the word fuck for no reason, which is so funny.
Was that Ryoji-san?
Yeah, he said he was going home.
What was he doing here?
He's been coming here a lot ever since he started hanging around with Junpei.
But visitors aren't allowed here.
Can't wait for Ryoji to do something. Anything other than hit on every girl character. I can't wait for Ryoji to be death.
Yeah, but Mitsuru-senpai said it's okay during the day.
I don't think we need to worry about Ryoji-kun.
But guys, I guess the robot calibrated for supernatural instincts says Ryoji-kun is sus. He's sus.
He's dangerous.
Danger sussy. P3 is probably the first game you can remember playing that kept the Japanese honorifics in the English dub. Let me think. It's definitely not the first, I don't think, but I can't think of any other examples. I have played older games that use it, but they're not. But they're English translations. But they're English fan translations that came out after. You know what I mean? Of JP only games. So like actual official translations, there has to be some. I don't think I've ever played one either older than this that has an official translation that uses Japanese honorifics. I played older games that have fan translations that have the option, you know, different translation options. I guess when their sussy detector goes off.
Who? Ryoji-kun?
Come to think of it, he was hitting on Mitsuru-senpai the first time he met her.
Yeah, while you two were flirting, you should be more mad at him.
He was?
But having him around has really cheered up Junpei-kun.
Well, it's not like moping around's gonna bring her back.
That's true. I envy you, Junpei.
Oh no, not a sad August.
I'm a machine, so I cannot understand how it feels to live.
Yet.
But you don't seem that different.
However, it is more accurate to say that I am functioning as opposed to living. There are times when I malfunction, but I can always be repaired.
I love that the door music plays during scenes like this because it's always just the wrong tone and yet it's the perfect tone.
So if we were all like you, we wouldn't have to worry about dying. Sorry. Hey, I don't have time to talk. I seriously gotta go study. Hey, shouldn't you guys be studying too? I heard math's gonna be a killer.
You wait until now to tell us that? Well, I guess we should call it a night then.
It's okay, I guess.
I should not possess the gift of life.
perfect a chat about mortality with the boys' music. True, true, true. Then again, for the longest time, localization was less about making a accurate or understandable translation, more about making it familiar. That is true. That's how you end up with NA Persona 1.
A living weapon is difficult to operate. However, I believe I understand the concept of loss. Should you ever be harmed, I
love you. Sorry.
I'll try not to.
I know I got like 3 girlfriends, but Aegis is the real one.
You are very special to me. I do not know why, but I always want to be by your side. I want to protect you.
It's even written into the main story. Like, come on.
I apologize for interrupting you. I will leave you to your studies. Good night.
Aegis, what are you doing?
Ryoji Mochizuki is dangerous.
Kill him.
What is this uneasiness?
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant it a little bit.
I am a machine. I cannot die, so they won't have to grieve for me. I must do something. I don't want them to suffer anymore.
Robot GF, best GF? Robot GF, best GF. I agree. Aegis-san doesn't seem to like Ryoji-san. I agree that he's a bit strange, but I think he's okay. You don't save lives with just okay, cat. You can date Ryoji as the femc? Hi, I'm Trish, with today's installment of Who's Who. Today's subject is a lady in her 30s with a beauty spot under her eye. She can dance the flamenco, so I wonder what she'd look like with a rose in her mouth. Next is news, apathy syndrome, go away. Isn't Trish from, well, from this game, and then mentioned in other Persona games, including Persona 5. But isn't that meant to be the same Trish that's in Catherine? Kinda, sorta, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Cute. He looks worried. I will be fine, Koromari-san. What are you be fine with? Ryoji-san is dangerous, I'm certain of it. Things are fine for now, but one day that will change. Please do not worry though, I'll be there to protect you. Sona and Catherine are referenced by each other? Well, I knew that, I just meant like specifically, if that was the case. I've never played Catherine, but before I ever played after I played Persona 5, before I played any other game, I made my own Megaten full series timeline on a PDF, like a visual graph, so I could understand the connections between all of Megami Tensei and all of the things around Megami Tensei and all of this sort of kind of things that are Megami Tensei, like Mach-N X. I don't think I have that anymore. I did the same thing for Fate. Or Type Moon, I guess, in general, because I'm insane. Franchises get me going.
Hello? It's me. I'm sorry for calling so late. As for what to do with the new arrival, I would like to ask that you perform a full autopsy. If we find any distinguishing features, we may be able to locate her family, and I can't shake my suspicion that the Kirijo group is tied to Strega in some way. Because of this, I think it would be disrespectful to the deceased to cover up her death. I will, of course, take full responsibility.
Persona takes place in the same universe as Devil Summoner and SMTF. Yes. There's a split that goes in the SMTF and the Devil Summoner games. And then it's SMTF, Persona 1, the rest of the Persona. Personae.
Huh? What did you say? Transmogrified? You mean the corpse?
What? Wait. Motherfuckers are out here transmogrifying corpses? What?
But judging by the post-mortem, we were certain she was...
Alive? She was dead, but she's alive?
Understood.
Is she only alive because we hit all the right options?
I'm sorry, but this must be kept strictly confidential until we know more. If there are any other changes... Yes, absolutely. Well then.
Huh. Interesting.
What's going on?
That's what I would like to ask you.
We'll have to wait and see what happens for now.
She trans on my corpse till I mogrify. I like that. I like that a lot. Also a universal reset in Persona 2? Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing about the Persona 2 duology is these sort of alternate... What the hell's going on? And then the resetting. I know the basic gist of the story of Persona 2. I just never played it. I just watch a lot of videos about Persona. Or I used to. About Megami Tensei. Gnarly is good. Marsh is really good. Maka, Dom's Compendium, they're okay. Trying to think. I think those are it. Not sure. Damn it, Keisuke. He's always trying to get me to go in the club. One more day until the full moon. Yo, why are you two talking to each other? Yoshi's absent today, man. Class seems so quiet without him. I never realized what a difference it made having him around. I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to my girlfriend. Ryoji-san was absent today as well. I wonder what happened. He's probably sick or something. It's been cold lately. Or maybe he met a hot chick somewhere doing stuff like that and blah 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 blah. We can't talk to... It's Wednesdays that we can talk to you. Okay. Let's talk to Keisuke. He's almost maxed anyway. Byzantine-kun, can I talk to you for a sec? During the middle of a club activity, we decided to leave school with Keisuke. We just skipped out on club. Grandma! She's gonna get hurt and he's gonna help her and he's gonna be like, I wanna be a doctor. And then I'm gonna be like, well, do you wanna be an artist? And he's gonna be like, yeah, but I wanna be a doctor. And I'll be like, okay, so be a doctor. And then he's gonna be like, yeah, but I don't wanna do what my dad says. And then I'm gonna be like, well, just do what you wanna do. And then he's gonna be like, well, I wanna be a doctor. And then I'll be like, just be a fucking doctor, Keisuke. Do whatever you want. Shame there's no clubs in P5. There's so much stuff to do in P5. The clubs would be fun though. It is kind of a shame because it's like so much is centered around the school in P5, but you don't really have any incentive in terms of like You don't have that communal. Sorry, that communal aspect that you do from getting like a club. It does make sense why not. But we don't need clubs in P5 when we have P3 in the style of P5 coming out in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I just don't know what I want to do. I mean, do I want to become a doctor or do I want to participate in art club? All I know is that I'm not going to school or back home until I figure it out. I'll just find somewhere else to go until then. I took my dad's credit card from his wallet, so I've got plenty of money. Glad I had a chance to talk to you before I left. Tell the other members I said goodbye. No, I'm not trying to stop him. Fuck it, go off, Keisuke, do whatever you want. I'll send you a letter when I get to wherever I'm going. Take care of yourself. Yeah, I know, he wants to be stopped. Are you alright, ma'am? That cough. You should get going. I think this woman's in trouble. She's having difficulty breathing, and she's running a fever. I may be jumping to conclusions here, but Keisuke is looking through the old woman's purse. I knew it, she smokes. This is definitely not good. I think she suffers from chronic bronchitis. So if she caught a cold, it may have exacerbated the symptoms. Call an ambulance, Byzantine-kun, hurry. The old woman was placed in an ambulance and taken to the hospital. It's up to the paramedics now. Well, I should get going. Oh, my chest! Mister, are you okay? My train's about to leave. What should I do? Go find yourself, Keisuke. It's not important right now. I'm gonna go ask the station attendant to call an ambulance. You stay here and perform first aid on it. I don't know first aid. The old man seems to be in a great deal of pain. What kind of first aid will you perform? Put your finger in his mouth? I'm gonna pat him on the back. Meow. I'm gonna turn him onto his back. Please don't move me. Okay, I told him. He's having cardiac arrest. Make him sit up. Oh no, he's not breathing and his fingernails are... I have to do something or this man or die. Can you give me a hand, Byzantine-kun? Turn him so that he's facing upward, gently now. That's what I was trying to do, but he fucking yelled at me. Now, if I perform CPR while giving him a cardiac massage. Oh, the old man was placed in the ambulance and taken to the hospital. Alright, that's all I can do for him. Thanks for your help, Byzantine-kun. Couldn't have done it without you. Can you believe it? We saved their lives. These guys ever heard of Life Alert? Did they have Life Alert in Japan in 2009? When the game takes place, when the game was made 2 years before that. Well, I decided that I'm gonna go back home. I know what I want to do now. Guess I should probably apologize to my dad, huh? Alright then, Byzantine-kun. I'll see you at school. Alright, so did I give you guys the rundown of everything that was about to happen? Yes or no? I think I aced it. I think I'm a prophet.
Sup, dude?
I think I might be a prophet. Tomorrow's the full moon, but we don't have any shadows to kill. This sucks, dude. I heard Ryoji's not feeling good. Maybe he's been studying too much. Nah, that can't be it. Those two old folk were crisis actors to make Keisuke make personal growth. Yeah, we hired them. Us, the protagonist. We hired those old people. That being said, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I know it says 2 hours and 20 minutes, but it's actually been almost 4 hours. Because YouTube decided it didn't want me to stream a single session of the stream in a coherent single video. But I'm tired. I will probably be grinding tomorrow off stream just so I can get Chernobog a little bit higher up. And yeah, look out for the new video tomorrow, coming out at 2 p.m. EST on YouTube. It's already up on Patreon. Hopefully it's full quality and my paranoia is not false and that date doesn't change because I have to redo some stuff or anything. For now, tomorrow 2 p.m. new video out on YouTube. Go watch it, go like it. It's Fire Emblem. Beyond that, thanks for hanging out. We had a pretty good yap session today. We didn't really do much, but we talked about a whole lot. And that felt good, so thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest. I will see you guys either Saturday or Sunday with more Persona 3, obviously. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Do the YouTube stuff. You know what the YouTube stuff is. I don't have to say it. Do the YouTube stuff. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. How long can I say many bye bye? Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.